You went on to create one of the most iconic characters in TV history, in Jean-Luc Picard. But you've been able to do so many other things since. How were you able to avoid being boxed in by the character, like other people from Star Trek franchises have struggled?
It has not been without struggle. And it's something that I'm learning to let go of a little bit now, but it still controls some of my decision-making and choices that I make. Quite soon after the 7 seasons of the series wrapped, and maybe we'd made 1 or 2 movies. I was living here. I lived here for 17 years. I thought my life in the UK was over. Everything was happening here. And there was a particular project I was really keen to be part of, and a role in it that I wanted to play, a nice supporting role. And getting in to meet the director was proving really difficult. And finally, I made it. My agent, with whom I had developed a wonderful relationship, got me into his office, and we had a nice meeting. Everything went really well. And the director said to me, "Look, you're a terrific actor. I really like your work. But I've got to say to you, why would I want Jean-Luc Picard in my movie?" That was hard to hear. Something that I had done had never been held against me before.
Yes.
And it made me highly sensitive to the fact that there was a potential downside to having had so much success in a successful series, in a certain role, who had a very distinctive way of being. Very soon after that, we'd done the first movie, I remember now, and I remember saying to my agent, "I don't care what my next job is, but it has got to have nothing to do with science fiction, nothing to do with space, nothing to do with having a rank, nothing to do with sitting in a chair. I want all of the..." And God bless him, he came up with the role of Sterling in the movie Jeffrey, which was as a role, a gay man whose partner was dying of AIDS, and who they had both decided that comedy was the way to deal with this tragedy that was happening to them. And so the movie was quite successful, but the role was a transformation. And I think in all the time that has gone by since then, there is a little voice inside my head that says, how far removed is this role from Jean-Luc Picard? I mean, can I convince that director this time that he won't get Jean-Luc Picard, he'll get somebody else, like, you know, like Charles Xavier.